Hey, what's going on, everyone? We're back. We're doing something a little bit different today. I know a lot of my content this far has been speedrunning content, things of that nature. But today we're gonna be doing kind of more of like a challenge type thing. I don't know exactly what you would want to call it. We'll just call it a challenge. Let's come up for a name with it on the spot. This is gonna be we're just gonna call it the Pokemon Challenge. Here we go. Pokemon Challenge. Yep, that's what we're calling it. We'll find a better name for that surely, right. We'll find a better anyway. We got a challenge going on. Our goal is to catch a total of 250. I believe it was 51 Pokemon. Might be 52. 51 Pokemon. 251 Pokemon. And that's the gist of it. We're going to be playing this Pokemon ROM hack. It is by the one, the only, the Born. Born, is that right? I think so. They have a different name, a YouTube channel. I will have that link in the description below. They do some awesome stuff. This game particularly is really fantastic. They done a great job here. But yeah, so we have some interesting stuff. I will go ahead and warn you, this one is going to be a bit slower paced, especially in the beginning. Some of the future episodes will be a little more fast paced. And also something that I hope to see improve throughout this little series we'll be doing is the editing of my videos. It's, speedrunning, you can't really edit videos. It's more of just a... Ooh. We got an interesting part of the story going on here. So I'll come back to that I was just having. Yes, if you weren't paying attention though, we have put in our application, which will affect our stats. And then we have also talked to our mother. That's pretty cool. And then had a bad dream. That part's just always super interesting to me. The first time I played this game, and I have played it a few different times, but the creators and developers have been continually adding more and more to the story and things like that. So it's constantly updating. It's a great game. But that in general threw me off entirely when I first started playing the game. So very interesting. Anyway, getting back to the thought process that we were having before, the little interesting dialogue there and a cutscene. Speedrunning, it is quite different. You definitely cannot edit those videos. At the very least, not the runs. You can edit like around it if you're gonna show the runoff and just like spurts and like points and parts. Show the runoff? No, if one part of the video is going to be the speedrun, excuse me. So that's certainly interesting. Ooh, one little development. Yes, that I was wanting to see in mind. I am all over the place today. Let me tell you what, I am not in the right mindset to be filming this, but we are going and we're already gone. There's no stopping me now. Yeah, but my editing. I've not done a ton of editing. It's not something I've really tried to familiarize myself with too much. I gotta figure out what to do about the sound though. Because parts of this is so quiet and parts of this is so extremely loud. So we'll try to figure that out for future videos, whether that's something I can do editing after the fact or if I can just like adjust settings inside the game to make it sound much better. That is something I'll figure out for the next video. But yeah, I'm very excited. We have now explored most of the town though. I'm going to be switching more from a third person objective, like just talking about what's happening elsewhere. And now let's focus a bit more on the challenge at hand, huh? I'm sorry, 40 minutes into the video, you think that should be important? Yeah, me too. So what we're doing here is we are telling this police officer, get back to work. Let me tell you, we're going to collect some of those nice Poké Dollars going into getting him to do that. So I would be quite ecstatic about that if I were you. Yeah, but this game's a ton of fun. It's choose your own path, aka why the name is Pokemon Pathways. So it's a choose your own type of adventure. You choose the story. do different things. Things you say, things you do can affect your stats, can affect your friendship levels with people, things along those lines. And here we are gonna help out this girl by talking to this little creep with his maiden, and yeah, he's an interesting fella. That much I will tell you off rip. Yeah, we take care of that pretty easily. Quite a few of these things, especially during the beginning, I am just breezing past because I've already played this game a ton and have figured out kind of how I want to play it or how I like to play it. Part of it is also that I have a few things here already predetermined for this quote-unquote challenge, the Pokemon challenge. We'll figure out a name for that by the end of the episode, surely. That I have to do. Like, one of those things off the top of my head is the 251 Pokemon. A lot of those will be Dragon type, a lot of them will be Fairy type. Others are... some you'll see, some you'll see. We got a whole bunch of different cool ones lined up to try to get in this game. We're going to be getting a lot of the legendary Pokemon. Won't be getting all of them, but the majority of the ones that are in the game we will be going after. And then I've already played through a couple different times just trying to figure out how to get some of the Pokemon I need. At this point, by the time of this recording, I've made a whole bunch of different spreadsheets and stuff. So we'll see how it goes. It should be quite a lot of fun. And hopefully we can see a lot of progress. But this is a lot of it is going to just be the exposition. Setting you up for where we are. We are now on Academy Island. And we are about to meet a lot of very interesting people. We've already met a couple of them that you saw outside. Ooh. Let's see if my voice can hold up for this. Let me get some water. Hold on. Alright, much better, much better. Yeah, so we have a lot of interesting things and a lot of fun things we gotta do right off rip. And one of those will be meeting all of these very interesting people, like Eliza or Born or Legion. I don't think Born's name has been said quite yet, but that's going to be the guy on the top there. And if you notice something, I said the name Born earlier when I was talking about the lead developer. That's right. Born and Legion are really cool. They are like co-owners or co-developers, excuse me, on the game, and they've done a fantastic job. Lots of fun. So really your two options in this room are to sit in that first seat, the orange seat, and you fall asleep during the thing, and your second option is to sit in the back between Born and Legion. And it was predetermined for me that I would have to sit in the back, which is completely fine. That's fun. Also, one thing I wanted to say here that you just saw, they have colors that coordinate for the different skills. They have like power being strength red, like what you saw the first question that we had on the questionnaire. Then you have like the intelligence being blue, which I think are like Pokemon professors. Then you have famous being pink, which is the love one, or otherwise known as charm for your skill. And then the last one they have charm for skill. Is that right? Did I say that right? Stats is what I was trying to say. Sorry, I got ahead of myself. They have the yellow one that is like the skilled champions or Pokemon masters, that it said, which is quite different because it's the only one that is not the same color as the correlating stat, because the stat will be skill, which is green. That's where I got mixed up. And it's the only one that's different, which there could be a very important reason why. I am not sure of what that reason is yet. It's just very interesting to me why it is different. Just something that's always stood out to me. Anyway, as Born and Legion have had their fun, goofing off in the back, and are now threatening other students. Fun, to some degree. We meet Eliza, the 5th seat. We get Vane, the 4th seat. We get Aurora, who is asleep. She will be the 3rd seat. Then Legion, the 2nd. And we learned a little bit about his morals and his ideology. And then lastly, Born, the strongest of the 5. The 1st seat of S class. And something also super interesting, which well, actually, you know what? We'll go into that more a little later as we learn about that in this playthrough. We will see slightly more of the cutscene. Eliza. I don't know why I call her Eliza. Is it not Alyssa with L-I-C? No, we're gonna keep on calling her Eliza just because I can. And if that needs to be corrected, someone can do that down in the comment section. But yeah, Eliza, not too happy with me. And then we see something very interesting. Agatha, the sister of Eliza, does not have fun with what Born is doing. Born, doesn't care. Bro just wants to fight strong people and is not impressed by people who don't stand by what they're saying. Yeah, we don't care. So one very interesting thing that we need to keep in mind, and which is why I'm kind of going between doing things to help our light aura, as you saw at the beginning, and doing things to help our dark aura, is one of the goals, at least for the time being. Some of this is subject to change, but one of our goals is to keep a fairly neutral aura. But we do have a Pokemon called Sobble that we are supposed to be getting, which needs a dark aura to obtain. As you'll see when we go talk to the receptionist here in just a moment. We need to have we do not have a Pokemon, and we will be obtaining a Pokemon on the first day of class, which will be the next day in the game. Because today is currently going to be Sunday, we're going to get it in the morning from our Pokemon teacher. But we need to have a dark aura, and we need to have our highest skill, or highest stat, be skill. And right now, our highest stat will be charm, I believe, then followed by intelligence, skill, and strength. But to get Sobble, which is one of the starters that you can obtain, we have to start off with a dark aura when we go into the class. We have to have our highest stat be skill. So one thing that you'll see me do in just a moment here, after picking Born as our mentor, it's not an option, we have to pick Born as our mentor. That is another one of our set in stone like foundations or steps for this challenge. And cool, we get stuff, we love that. We can sell that or use it in battle. But yeah, one of the main things we need to do is get our skill stat up, and we will be doing that as soon as we seek out Born. We have a couple people, different people we'll talk to, just in case we can get items or stuff. Try to develop relationships as possible. This is one of, holy cow, the music is certainly musicking, that's for sure. But it's very funny that Born brings out a very interesting looking Typhlosion. Yeah, I will go ahead and tell you right now that is not a shiny version of Typhlosion. That is not the normal version of Typhlosion. No, that is a unique version of Typhlosion specific to this game, which is very cool. And we have a couple Pokemon that we're going to be getting in this little challenge of ours, the 251 that we currently have in the as our goal. We have at least 2 that are completely unique, not to just Pokemon, but they are in this version of the game, alone. Not to just Pokemon? Bro, what are you going off script here? Come on. Anyway, but interesting things. Another interesting fact about this game is that talk to this guy, you say attack, they say they're more of a defender. If you do the opposite though and say you're more of a defender, you like defense more, they say they like offensive more, which I think is a little bit interesting. We will have to come back to oh my back to Fight Club a little later on. But we have to get our strength above 0. How do we do that, you may ask? Well, as soon as the Machamp and the little judo guy on the left leave, tomorrow we'll be able to get our offense, our strength stat up, and then we'll start being able to participate in the Fight Club. As you saw, I was gonna go up to the dorms, and then I went right back to that woman and said, teach me your ways. Give me your item, more specifically, because it's the only day she'll be there, and I want that item. Anyway, we'll be talking to Eros. Cool little guy who we'll see more of later on in this challenge. At this point, really, I'm just talking about everyone. Yeah. We're just talking to everyone, kind of seeing if they'll give us any items, because I don't remember exactly who or who does not give us items, but there was a little cool name there that Shinu Guardian. They wrote a lot of guides and stuff on the game, and I gotta say, extremely helpful, like so helpful when I was creating my own little spreadsheet for this challenge. They aren't the only one. There's a bunch of different people who have contributed to different spreadsheets and guides and whatnot for the game, but they are definitely a big contributing factor. And also legendary Pokemon. Anyone? Gotta love those. Yeah, we'll be doing our due diligence trying to find them. Yeah, that's S-rank building. We'll be going in there as soon as we can, but we will have quite a while to quite a few Pokemon to catch and a few floors to go through before then. Anyway, so I'll be speeding through this. If you want to read all of it, by all means, go ahead. But yeah, we'll just be talking to this sweet old lady and learning a little bit of cool stuff about the excuse me, jeez, English is not working today. Yeah, this is just a whole bunch of lore dump. We gotta learn a little bit more about the. Ooh, I just threw my mic around. Fun. We get to learn a bit more about the Supreme 5, and we also get to learn that there are a whole bunch more S ranks. We get to learn that don't get ejected because you will lose basically all of your Pokemon. Though it also is kind of interesting to learn what happens when you get ejected. Did I say ejected? What is this? Eject button on a seat? Get you flying on the top of the car? No! I meant evaluated is not the word either. That was the next one that came to mind. Wow, I'm doing really good about this. Execution. Yes, we're gonna die. No. When you get expelled from school. Anyway, we pick up a Mimikyu outfit after getting lore dumped on. Very nice, very nice. We love that. Anyway, trade machine. We will be using that. I will go ahead and let you know. We won't be using it now. We have to go get Pokemon first. But there are at least 2 or 3 Pokemon that the only way to get them is, at least one of the main ways to get them is using the trade machine. So that will be very important. As will. You know what? Something really annoying here. I'm pretty sure Cut used to be free, and now it is not, which is very sad. Very, very sad. It now costs 5,000 Poké-Dollars. How dare you? Also, shinification. Brother, this costs so much money. You will not catch me using that anytime soon. Yes, but this guy right here, I believe his name is Jack. Yep, yes it is. Honestly, I had no idea that knowledge was in my brain, but there we go. Um, this is going to be one of the biggest ways for us to get skill. So this is a card game to some extent. I will go ahead and try to tell you what I'm doing now. You start with 5 cards. They have numbers. The numbers on the card represent the kind of strength you have on each side. So for example, that Charmander we just placed, or now it's the Squirtle, you got 4 on their right, 4 on their bottom, 3 on the left, 3 on the top. If the number matches the side to the other Pokemon, like the side it's touching, you will take control, or if it matches, you won't take control. If it's lower and you're the one who places the card, doesn't matter. If it's lower and the opponent is placing the card, they get control. If your number is higher when you place the card, you get control. And basically what you're trying to do is trying to outsmart your opponent, outplay them, where you win at least the majority of the 9 cards that are placed. 5 of 9. As you saw there, we put in some good work. Got quite a few of the cards done. We're going to sell a few of the weaker cards we don't want anymore. That Spearow, boo, yuck. It has 1s on it. That's not going to be any good unless you place it in the corner. That Pichu, it's cool, it's Pichu, but boo, yuck, not good. We'll be keeping that Yankata because it does have a 6, which is the highest number we've seen so far. So that's kind of cool. That is just worse all around than some of the other cards we have. But yeah. That helped us get our skill stat up to, I believe, 12, 11. Quite high, which is pretty good. Anyway, we will now be heading to bed, and some of the most fun we're about to have is going to start very soon. I think what I'm trying to do here is figure out who is in each room. Like this weird guy is just in the girls' dorm and is doing things to the flowers. Anyway, if you want an explanation of the dorm room, basically this is where you do homework. You can figure out like what time of day it is, what kind of stats you have. You can change your clothes. You can do the rebellious one, which you get for having like a dark nature, I think. We also have our Mimikyu hoodie, very cool. And there is also a whole bunch of very interesting magma grind, other things. The classic one for a more neutral aura. But we will keep the nascent light, even though we will be starting off with the dark aura. This outfit just kind of cute, so we'll be keeping it. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering why I chose to be a girl with the name Lucy, just another one of the many things we have to do this challenge. Of course, the main things are going to be just catching all of the 251 Pokemon, but there is some other stuff in this challenge that when it was set up, we're just trying to do to, those are just some of the things that we decided we wanted to have in this challenge. If you want to follow along with me though, I don't know if y'all heard that, but holy cow, I just got blasted with the Windows notification noise in my ear. Yes, but it's time for school. I just checked to see if there's any books or anything, and we got our first Pokemon. Let's go! Yeah, we got Soppel, and we have cool names for every single Pokemon you're gonna be seeing today. Some are better than others, but honestly, all the names are great. You can't complain. You get Sobs. You will love him. I love him. Sobs is my favorite. We also got some Pokeballs. Anyway, so how the floors work are each floor will have a different kind of type of Pokemon it focuses on. This one will have some water types and bug types, normal types. The main ones you'll be seeing are going to be like the normal, grass, and bug. So that doesn't suit us too well for our good old Sobs. By the way, Esrever, Boo! I don't even know how to say your name. You're just a loser. Anyway, we also got some other people who are actually kind of cool. Akaza, the Shinobi, Gyorieta. Don't worry, I'll remember your name, Hook. Hayuk. Once I actually figure out how to pronounce this name, you'll hear the name a lot more. Those guys are pretty cool. But Esriver, our rival, lame. Nah, he's fine too. But honestly, I just wanted to fight him because he'll give us more money later on. Yeah, but we are going to be going on the floor fields. There are going to be 5 different fields per floor, which I believe you skill to be able to get each different version of the field. Then once you have all 5 unlocked, you'll be able to just choose each one you go to, which will be super useful when getting all the different kinds of Pokemon. Starting out here though, we'll have quite a few Pokemon we can get to start off with. Quite a few different like trainers and people just walking around the fields that we'll be able to talk to. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot that my headphones were messed up with this mic, so I just changed around my the way my cords were hitting. It's like when you have those like old Apple headphones or something, you like have to hold the like headphone wire a certain way, and as soon as you do, you like got it good. Yeah. Anyway, we'll be taking on a whole bunch of weak Pokemon today. We got Weedle, level 5, give me my XP points. Rattata, dead 2. Then we got Sentient, and this, folks, is one of the first Pokemon that will actually be in a fight to capture with. Not gonna lie, it's doing a little more damage than I would like it to, but we hit it with Pound a couple times. Remember, we're trying to lower its health. We want to get into a good old sweet spot for a lot of you who have played Pokemon before. You know, once they get into that red, that's where you want to catch them. Give a status effect, do anything you want, you'll still catch them. But Sentient, get it down to about 1 HP, and then we want that Pokemon. And then we got Sentient, so it's gonna be 2 of 251, and then this is kind of where my editing skills are gonna be a little rough. As you saw, name Vanilla Bean, very nice. We were originally gonna do Vanilla Bean, but I think the maximum character limit is 10, and that was gonna be 12 or something. Anyway, we got harassed by a mob of Caterpies, and then we killed them. So that's pretty cool. And then we slipped past them, got Rattata dead, Kricketot out of here. Got an Ultra Ball, really great. If you don't know, again, if you're not a big like person of Pokemon, we're gonna be killing some Pokemon to get out of here. But Ultra Ball is really cool, just a lot better version of Pokeball, like many times better. Something bad happened here. We did find a Badu, which is a Pokemon who we will be catching. This one was chosen not because of Badu itself, which you'll see when we name them. It was chosen because some of the later evolutions. But yeah, Sabo fainted. This is very bad. So we had to throw a Pokeball and kind of just hope after we threw our Sentret, aka Nilla Bean, out there. But we got Badu, and then as you will see with this name in just a second, we will name it not quite what you would expect based off of Badu itself. When you see its evolution though, the name will make a lot more sense. We named it Rosie. So very good. And then we kind of just got stuck here, and I had no idea what to do because I did not want to die, I did not want to drop money, and I wanted to get Pokemon. So as you'll see, we waited and waited and waited for quite a while to figure out what I was going to do. Eventually, Bidoof ran into me, and I was like, oh no, I have to run. I have to get out of here right now. I cannot take an attack. I cannot deal with this. I thought about it for a second, and then I saw it run away. Run away, what's that? I went to my Pokemon. I had a look at the summary, and look at that. Run away. enables a sure getaway from Pokemon. Boys, we are getting out of here and we are running away like no one's business. No one will ever be able to touch us, and we will be just fine. This is such an amazing ability that I honestly had no clue about. Honestly, I went around a little bit, tried to figure out if trees were still in the way since the cut HM went up. It is, so we had to leave the floor field. Not very fun because we still do have to fight Ezrever, and I will go ahead and give you a little bit of a peek behind the curtain. That boy has a level 15 arcane. Oh, if he had arcane, we would have lots of issues. Arcane does not evolve at level 15. So yeah, that'd be a big problem. No, a Growlithe, which I will go ahead and let you know we will be wanting to get one of those, but that will have to wait. Luckily, our Pokemon leveled up. Had our HP refilled after we talked to the teacher. We find Born. We're gonna go get ice cream with him because let's go ice cream. Also, he might kill us if we rejected him because dude's insane. Anyway, there's something pretty cool in this trash can. Take a look. Oh no, it's not that trash can. Hold on. I'm getting over there. It's this trash can. Look, leftovers. That's pretty huge. This costs like thousands of Poké Dollars to get otherwise, so pretty nice. And as you can see, Born's insane. Yeah, no one feels like dying today, so that's why I went to get ice cream with Born. Guy's a little off his rocker. And the lunch lady learned that the hard way. Could have learned it even worse. But the chef knows what's going on. They know that they need ice cream. Security doesn't want to die today. They like getting paid money. Anyway, time to fight the insane guy. Honestly, I thought this was going to be absolutely awful. But turns out he throws out just an ice cream cone. Very nice. So because he throws out just an ice cream cone, who cares? Light work. We can get that, right? Right. Yeah. And it turns out ice not very effective against water, so we'll be alright. Not a big deal. Well, we call that light work here in my household. Anyway, after a little bit of a back and forth with the ice cream cone, cancel. What am I trying to say, bro? English is not working for me at all today. I told y'all earlier I was not in the right mindset. That much is very true. Yeah, we take out the ice cream, as he had so kindly named it, and we get a Cyndaquil, another Pokemon which we desperately needed. So we will be naming our Cyndaquil Cinder. Unfortunately, as far as I'm aware, it's not one of the cool Typhlosions, but we will do our best to get something pretty cool, and we will find something else that's very cool here. I don't know why people are just throwing away a Z move thing. Interesting. Anyway, cool. Peace out. Very cool of you. We'll take that and we will get on out of here. And we will have to do a little bit more. Excuse me. We will be going back to the floor fields as soon as possible because our Pokemon are our Sobble is maybe level 11 or something. Saw those stats. Oh yeah, we got them stats right now. I keep on like messing up my microphone, I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully it's not messing up, it doesn't sound too bad, but it definitely does sound a little odd. Anyway, we will go in here, see Born. He has a Christmas? Brother, what are you talking about? You know what? I'm fine if it's Christmas every day if you're just giving me free Pokemon that I need. We got Rockruff, which we will name Rocky Road, and we'll be happy with it. So thank you. Yeah. Um, is it, Christmas is tomorrow too, right? No, it's Happy New Year. Okay, well, thank you, Born, thank you. Awesome, super helpful. Anyway, yeah, free Pokemon. Honestly can't complain. Maybe Born was the right choice to pick of a mentor. How do you say that word? I have no idea. English is difficult, and it's my first language. So like we're doing great here. Anyway, as you saw earlier when we exited out of the top level, energy currently pretty low. We need energy to do things like go back into the floor fields. Excuse me, holy. Yeah, go back into the floor fields. Raise our Sobbles level. One of these days, I'm gonna be able to speak, and you're gonna rue the day you thought I couldn't speak. No, you'll be completely correct. I can't speak. Never have, never will. I can speak just correctly. Not so much. So yeah, we got an energy drink that will increase our energy today. Will decrease our energy tomorrow, but the main thing we want to do right now is fight on the floor fields, get our Sobbles level raised quite a bit. I am struggling with some of these words today, and it's a lot of the same words, huh? Like a lot of these, I'm doing perfectly fine on. Well, perfectly, you can debate that all you want, but I'm doing good enough. You can understand me pretty well. And then I'm saying level, and it's like lever. Yeah, level. We're trying to raise our level to about 15 with Sobble. So we get pretty close on like speed and a lot of the other attributes. Because obviously, typing wise, water beats fire, and it will do, I think, double damage if I'm not mistaken. If I remember exactly how Pokemon does their stuff. We found another one of them floor fields I was talking about. You start off with 2, which are these 2, and then you're trying to unlock 3 more. Once you unlock 3 more, you will be able to pick each one individually, as I had attempted to explain earlier and then probably got distracted on. But we beat a Spinark, because who cares about a Spinark? Why would you want a spider as a pet? I can tell you I don't. Wurmple, maybe a little bit more, but it's not in our 251 Pokemon that we're looking for. No, I'm not quite sure how many Pokemon are actually in the game, because when I was going through all the Pokemon that are actually in the game while looking at it, looking through some of the stuff, there are a ton of Pokemon. Yeah, Scyther, who cares? It's not a Pokemon we're going to be looking for, even though it is a pretty good one. And yeah, sure, we'll help you out and get your stuff, but not right now. When I was looking through, they have a ton of like Pokemon sprites and stuff already in the game. Yeah, sure, we'll also find your sisters, but later. Not right now. I have more important things to do. There are tons of sprites for Pokemon that are not even in the game yet. But we picked out 251 Pokemon that are in the game and that we thought were pretty cool. We liked them. We thought they fit what we were trying to do in this little Pokemon challenge. Then we gotta fight some Pokemon and Oddish. Who cares? You're in my way. But we're gonna start fighting some Pokemon that we actually want to pick up. Patrat, no. You unfortunately are not on them. A very cool Pokemon, one that I remember from my childhood quite a lot. But for this challenge, not one we are interested in. One we are interested in, though. I see you. Not you, Oddish. You're in my way. How could you? We're trying to go after our little raccoon friend back there. Zigzagoon. Yeah. But you're in my way. Hello, Zigzagoon. Hi, how are you? I hope you're doing pretty good. Anyway, though, on to the actual fight. Again, we'll be using Bind, trying to work its health down slowly, but not do too much. Leftovers, huge help. Get my HP up as much as you want. We won't be using Water Pulse because that move is going to be stronger than Pound in this situation. Does about 20 more damage. It is going to be a special attack, which I believe Zigzagoon is weaker against than like a physical attack, but with the difference of like 20 power, it'll be a little bit better just to like work it down. Anyway, we capture our Zigzagoon friend over here, and that is great. That gets us to 6 out of 251. Not a huge difference, but we will name it Racco, like Raccoon, which will be quite nice. And then we are going to be looking around for a couple more Pokemon if possible. We are starting to run out of Pokeballs though, which is a problem. At this point, I am just looking for Pokemon to take out and get as much XP as possible. Some Pat Rats work. So we'll take them out. Be super close to the level, get a Spinnerack. We're out of here too. That will get us level 14. We are looking to get at least one more level if possible. And that is another Pokemon that we need. Let's go. Glameow. So we're going to try our best to capture you if possible. We're going to do our best. Just use Pound and stuff. Fake Out doesn't work. That was a higher level of Pound, so probably honestly just let Bind do its work, get it down just a little lower, about 1 health. Sounds good. Use that Ultra Ball. Unfortunately, that will be our last Pokeball, but a Pokeball, I know you might like look at the red one and be like, that's called Pokeball. It's our last ball that we have to capture Pokemon. There, that make you happy? Cool. We're calling Glameow Rebecca. Why, you may ask? Because we can, Rebecca. Anyway, we have now successfully captured 7 out of 251. So that's pretty cool. Defeat a Venonat, a Pat Rat, another Pat Rat. Honestly, Pat Rats are one of the best ways to get XP. A lot of these like higher level normal types that are spawning. Zigzagoon, Pat Rat again, Spinnerack. That one's not really normal type, but you know, these higher level ones that are spawning are great. And also Salt and Pepper. Ooh. Yeah, but that'll be enough. We get up to level 15, which will do us good enough. We'll have a higher speed than the Growlithe with Sobble, and then we will also have more HP and an attack that does 2 times damage because it's type differential. Also a Grip Claw, pretty cool. We will stick with the leftovers just because they are going to be regenerating health, which is quite nice. But the biggest thing, excuse me, it will be the difference in speed, and then also, of course, the type differential definitely helps. But now that we have a full party of Pokemon, we have one in our box as well. Just trying to make sure we have enough energy here. We have enough, which is great. And we're going to talk to Bill here. I did look into items. There's not much we can do here. We do have a potion in our thing, which is cool, but we don't really need that, so we'll just keep it in there for now. And for whatever reason, like our PC holds items and then Bill's PC holds Pokemon. I don't exactly know how that works, and I don't know or like why it works like that. I guess it's 2 different entire menus, so it's just easier to separate them. Which makes sense. We could get Glameow out of our PC. We will not be doing that yet. We'll go ahead and try to level up the Pokemon that we have in there, and then get some of the evolutions that we're looking for, because we do want to get evolutions for most of the Pokemon we're going to be catching. But as ever, we're going to be trying to take him on. Unfortunately, even though we have a full party of Pokemon, we can only use one, which is a big reason why we were trying to get Sobble up to the level he is, 15. If that wasn't the case and we could just use any Pokemon in our party, it wouldn't really have mattered if Sobble was level 15, even if it was just super close. But yeah, we are in a very good situation here to take on Growlithe and his trainer, Ezrever. Honestly, ends up being pretty easy. We take him out and get a cool $675. Excuse me. And then Akiza was super excited about our battle, and our hearts with her go way up, which is great because you start getting eggs from fellow trainers and students at the academy as your heart level with them goes up, and we do need quite a few different, or not quite a few, probably about I think it's about 5 or 6 different Pokemon that we have to go and raise our heart level, our friendship level, however you want to say that, with to be able to get those Pokemon. So we'll talk with a couple more people. Some of them will give us items, some of them will not. But we'll do our best to get some items, which is very cool. Most of them don't have much to say to us, or will have something to say with us, but not much to get with us. This guy is one that has been added in an update since the last time I've like really played this game a whole bunch, and it's crafting your own katana, which is actually like really cool. Yareta is someone who is in our class. We'll be doing our best to at least raise our friendship level with a decent amount of people who are in our class. Some of them are more important than others, just based on like the eggs they give and which Pokemon we'll get because of that. That guy shares some good advice with, we need to level up our field and do that as quickly as possible. So when we do eventually rank up and go from like, I believe we're in D rank right now to C rank and things of that nature, if we like miss a Pokemon before that happens, like we still need to capture some more, we want to be able to go back and then also be able to like pick the fields if we have not unlocked like a field we need for a certain Pokemon. That would be awful. And then also being able to pick the field to go to so we aren't like wasting energy would also be fantastic. Some of this, all we really need is Pokeballs. We could sell a few of our things. We're not going to do that yet. Honestly, we could go get more than 5 Pokeballs, but 5 is decent for now. Mulch for growing berries. It's fine. None of that is like too interesting to me. I will be growing berries, which I think I'll see in just a moment, but we won't be actually maybe like min-maxing what are the berries to grow. Oh yeah, one thing that the old lady did mention to us beforehand, which is not something I was aware of, is that we got kind of lucky with like getting our mentors not only being S ranks but also being like the top 5 to choose from. I kind of just like glossed over that fact, but most people like they might get like an S rank, maybe an A rank or something. So like they'll get a kind of cool mentor, but we got the #1 student, guys. We got a dude who can literally just be like, bow before me, and like the principal would be like, no, but everyone else would be like, yep, okay, cool, I'm on that, yep, you know, we can do that for sure. Like we got a complete like top of the line, like top 10, like ain't no one trying to mess with him. He's top 1 currently anyway. If you want to have like a go conversation about the best people to come through, maybe he's like top 10. I don't really know. I don't know who's been here. I can just tell you that the 5 that are in the top right now, those Supreme 5, they're here, and then I am too. We'll figure out about the other people later, like that guy who bullied and harasses kids. Yeah, I'm sure he's a whole bunch of fun. Anyway, we'll have Sobble spin around in circles, have a little fun, and then we will go talk to some fun people, like Hyun. You have a cool outfit on. Anyway, and there's Keith. Gotcha, Keith. And then these are pretty cool. Yeah, like EVs, IVs. You need some energy to really be able to do a lot of that, but do have some interesting stuff for sure. One thing that is a bit different though is that how the like leader does their stuff is a lot different, I think. Like used to, you'd be able to do like a coin flip, or, like pay money to have your Pokemon's IVs be raised by her, but now it looks like the actual trainers might do that instead. One very important thing though is these daycare people. This is where I believe a lot of the breeding will happen. And while that's not super important currently, there are going to be a couple Pokemon on our list that we will only be able to get through breeding, so that will be very important, especially later on in this challenge. Another very important thing, which I believe we'll see right here in a second, is what intelligence is used for. But before that, let's focus on what Legion and Born have to say. Oh, you mean the battle where we already won? Yeah, don't worry, we prepared ourselves. Thank y'all for the advice and the stuff, but that might have been helpful, but before the battle happened. Don't worry, we took care of it, so thumbs up. Very cool, guys. Yep, thank you. Yep, there's a move to leader. That's pretty cool. Not something we're interested in right now or maybe ever. This is something intelligence is used for. I honestly don't know what else intelligence is really used for, but it's something. Actually, intelligence might be used for like ranking up for classes and stuff too. Yeah, that might be something. I think that is the case if I remember correctly. I talked to this guy for a while. I cut most of that out because he just says the same thing every single time for each and every one of my Pokemon. And it's like, you want me to give him a new nickname? I'm like, no, I'm supposed to have these nicknames to these Pokemon. You, sir, I will see you later. Yo, I have untapped potential. Let's go. He knows. Yeah, I'm taking his top spot. That's all I gotta say about that. Anyway, there is not much more I can do. I will give you a hint. When it's nighttime, you can go to the fight cave and pick up a Dark MZ, which is very cool. Unfortunately, that is something I completely forgot about. Yeah, so I went back to the dorm room instead of doing that. It might actually, excuse me, holy cow. It might not work if it's like dusk or like late evening like it was right there. Like it might have to actually be night. That is not something I entirely remember off the top of my head. I just know that I've gotten it in one of my previous playthroughs doing something like along those lines of finding in the fight cave when it was like evening or maybe it was nighttime. I don't know. Yeah, we're choosing I guess Squirtle. I'm not gonna lie. That might be important, but I just picked Squirtle because I could. I don't know if there's any difference. Hello, Caroline. I'm also going to be gardening. I have berries and I want to plant them all and get a whole bunch of extra of each one. So we will be doing that. I will speed through that a little bit so it's not boring you. I'm doing my little Stardew Valley diligence, which, by the way, I have been doing some diligence in. I am also considering doing a potential video of making the most money you can in a year in Stardew Valley. Whether that will be based off of like my current farm when it's like the best it can be, or maybe doing that from the beginning of year one. Maybe like what's the most amount of money you can make in each year in Stardew Valley? I don't know. We'll see. It'll be interesting. That may or may not happen. But anyway, we'll be ending off day 2. One thing we will have to unfortunately see in our next go around is we will have less energy, but oh well, that'll be fine. We'll be doing Tuesday. Yeah, we'll save the game here. We got 7 out of 251 Pokemon so far. So not a bad place to stop. If you want to do like math, know the percentages and stuff, that is 2.7%. So decent. Not bad. Anyway, thank you all for watching. If you have any questions or anything like that, let me know in the comments below. I hope you all had a great time. I hope you enjoyed. Bye.